you get 10 minutes earlier out, and that's pretty much their job. They run around and make sure you guys have everybody where you need to be, and at the right time. So, any questions about the schedule at all? So your first two races, you can become your industry champion in those races, but then it also determines your seeding in divisions A, B, C, and D. So after you race your first two races, if you are in the top 12 times, so that's your two races added together, if you have the fastest time, the top 12 fast times is our division A. The next 12, division B, the next 12, division C, and then the final few left over is division D. That's so you guys are racing people that are fairly similar, so it's not one team getting way blown out by another team. So, and then those 12 teams will race, and out of those 12 teams, the top 4 teams will race for the championship of that division. So everybody runs that race, 12 teams in that division, top 4, all right, you get that final 4th race for the championship. Okay? And out of our awards, as I went into the awards a little bit, we'll skip ahead and just talk about our industry. Like we said, we have a first place for the industry. Our divisions A, B, C, and D, just like I explained, we have a champion for those. And then this will be the fastest times. So grand champion will be the fastest time in those races, and that usually comes out of the A division. Usually the A division is the one that will have the fastest times because they're in those fastest divisions. We have community champion. Community champion we have because we have club teams that come and race from Racine, some group from Chicago area, and we want a champion out of Oshkosh. We don't want just a champion coming, from other areas. So that's why we have our community champions who are, the fastest team in Oshkosh. I would love it to see a community champion and a grand champion walk away with 2 trophies. That would be nice, and that's possible. We'll see how that goes. And then we have the Spirit Award. Our Spirit Award is also has a listing here for you guys on how to win the Spirit Award. And Team Spirit is the acronym here. And what it is that your team tent, if you decorate your tent, you get 25 points. Enthusiasm, which means members of your team, face or hair paint, unique matching clothes and accessories. Aptitude, great sportsmanship, earns 50 points. A mascot is 75 points. All matching shirts or costumes is 25 points. If you have all your paperwork in on time and waivers turned in, that's 50 points. Involvement, 21 people in the boat for each heat is 75 points. Runners, so you get 5 points for each runner that does the 5K run in the morning. So that's a good way to get points added up quickly. Inspirational team cheer. Create a cheer for your group. Those are always kind of fun. We do those with our corporate cup. And actually, those are pretty neat. And timeliness, making sure you're on time in the marshalling area for each heat. So if you do a good job there, we all get together at the end of the day and go, all right, what team do you think? And then we all kind of discuss around and pick around and see who we like for that. So it's a fun award. You actually have a nice guideline on what you need to do there. I think it was 2 minutes. Let's see, we've done four protests. Our protests are we got from the racing Dragonboat festivals. You can protest races. It just will cost you $100. You want to protest a race, you pay a $100 fee. If you win the protest, you get your $100 back. And what? Huh? And well, you win your protest. If you lose your protest, you don't get your $100 back. So I think that's put into place. And Racine, they do our race production stuff, and that's put into place so the whole day's not spent arguing, pretty much, yeah. So it's kind of like put your money where your mouth is. If you're really sure of what you think, that you put that out there, and then that's kind of the protest policy that they use. So, and then our rules. I won't go through our whole rules section with you guys because you have them all here in your little pamphlet. Just some things that I'd like to highlight, make sure that you keep track of. You need 8 women in your boat, and one of them cannot well, they can be a drummer, but they don't count as the 8 women in your boat. So you need 8 women paddling in each boat. If you're short, you cannot replace the woman with a man. You just go short position, okay? And you need 16 people to paddle. Short, yeah.
You have to pull a man out?
Yep. So then, let's see, and you must have a drummer for your races. Let's see here. Or the other. 14 years of age is the age of the youngest that you can. If they're under 18, parents that are there with them, you need to make sure that you're signing the waiver form with them. You have 20 paddlers in the boat, like I said, 1 drummer. We did the 8 women. The team manager, which are all you guys are responsible for communication with the marshal, race officials, and the starters. So that's the only person that we should be dealing with. We shouldn't have a group of 8 people coming up and asking us all the questions. Your team manager is the one that should be responsible for all questions and anything like that. Scheduling we went over already. Our pre-race procedure, like I said, we have 25 minutes before the races be in the marshalling area. We may be ahead of time, but keep track of that. Our race procedure, obviously when you're going out, and our steersman will help you out with that, when you're going out towards the races, you want to stay as close to the shoreline as you can so you're not going out into the racing area. Like I said, when we're going to be starting near the bridge this year, usually we started near the train trestle. If we started near the bridge, you might have to go underneath the bridge and back around to get a straight line up and going through. Making sure that you stay in the center of the lane. Your steersman will do that. Everyone tries to stay in the center of your lane as you're paddling. If you hear your steersman call a halt, he's telling you to stop, you're going to be stopping right away because you don't need to be crashing into anybody else out on the water. So, any rough water conditions, we might make some changes, take the heads off the dragons, take the tails off the dragons. We'll let you know if that comes up, but we're going to have beautiful weather, right? Okay, good. And then the post-race procedure, making sure when we're coming back, slowly coming into the docks and helping out. As of last year, we had 2 people that sat back and helped load and unload the boats. So when your boat comes in, there'll be 2 people waiting at the dock from the boat before you guys that'll hold the boat and steady the boat while you guys get out. So it would be nice if they have 2 people, then you guys have 2 people that wait back and help out. We have 1 dock helper at each boat, or on each dock. So it's always great to have 2 more to help steady the boat, help people out of the boat so no one's falling in the water. And I've really never seen anybody swimming in that water, like on purpose. I've seen people swimming when they get out of the place. You're right, so that's why we try to make sure that everybody gets out of the boats safe. So as captains, I don't know how you want to do it, if you want to grab a schedule ahead of time or just when you get off the boat, say, Bill and Mary, you're helping unload or load. Just so we do have help at that time. I just want to go over some of the notes that, like I said, the Racing Dragonboat Club is the group that does race production. I just want to go over their notes here. Just making sure, race format, drinking. If anybody seems too intoxicated and when you are in the marshalling area, I will not allow you to go out on the water. We don't need, it's a danger that we don't want to have to deal with. So you can have a few beers, have some fun, but if anybody seems overly intoxicated, which we've had before, we want to make sure that doesn't happen. They're very strict on tipping of the boats on purpose. If it looks like people are being goofy and tipping the boats on purpose, it'll be an immediate disqualification and removal from the race, just because that's a dangerous thing to do.